Watch these dates in April. I have the full list for you in this video. Let's get into it right now. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and so I can keep you updated each and every day during this very busy time as information is changing very, very rapidly. I'm doing all the research so that you don't need to, and I break it all down into these short videos, which I deliver a couple times each and every day so that you can stay tuned with everything going on and getting the latest updates hot off the wire as this information is being released. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below. Thank you so much for being part of the community, and please remember, I'll be here for you right by your side every single day, as that is my commitment to you and this community. All right, thanks again. Let's jump right into the list. All right, so I do have a pretty long list of different dates that we need to keep an eye on very closely as we get into the month of April already. Where's this year going? Seriously, it is going fast for me anyway. So anyway, these are a few key dates here. There's a pretty long list. Some of them will be obvious, but there are a few dates thrown in here that we need to watch very, very closely because there are some key things happening in the month of April, and it may impact a lot of low income and fixed income beneficiaries as well. So I want to lay this out in chronological order. In other words, starting at the beginning of the month and then working our way through the end of the month. I did not count how many dates I have here, but there's probably, 7, maybe 8 dates here I want to point out to you just in this 1 month alone. All right, so let's jump into this. The first one, actually the first couple here are kind of obvious, but I want to throw them in there. Since I'm talking about dates in April, you might as well just throw these into the mix. All right, so number 1 is April 1st. This is the day that those of you receiving SSI, Supplemental Security Income Benefits, should be receiving your deposit either into a bank account, onto a Direct Express card, wherever you typically receive your monthly SSI benefits. You should be getting it on Friday, April 1st. So that's an exciting one for you right there, but obviously we all kind of know this. That's when they typically arrive. Now next is April 3rd. Again, another obvious date. Don't worry, I'll be getting to more significant dates here in a second. But this date, I do know that a lot of you here in the community do receive your Social Security benefits as well. Not everybody, but a handful of people out there do receive them on the 3rd of the month. However, this month, or April I should say, the 3rd of the month does land on a Sunday, so that adds a little bit of a mix. You may be receiving it the Friday before, the 1st. You may see something pending on Saturday. Otherwise, you may see it hit your accounts right away on Monday, the 4th. So it's kind of a mix out there, depending on when you see those benefits. But again, those should be arriving shortly thereafter or somewhere right around the 3rd of the month as well for some of you who typically do receive your benefits on the 3rd of the month. All right, let's extend out now to April 11th, which just so happens to be a Monday. So Monday, April 11th. This is going to be a key date as well. This is the date in which Medicare needs to report their final analysis on that prescription item for Alzheimer's, which is called Aduhelm. Now, this is a key date that we need to watch very closely here because this may indicate what they're going to do going forward in regards to the Medicare Part B premium, whether they're going to reduce it, and what is going to do to your monthly benefits going forward. If they reduce the Medicare Part B premium, that means you may be getting a little bit of a higher benefit going forward each and every month. So that is going to be a key date. That is the day in which Medicare must release their final analysis on that prescription item. So I'm going to be watching that one very closely because we've already heard from the Health and Human Services Secretary that he's kind of waiting for that final decision out of Medicare to determine what they're going to do with the Medicare Part B premium going forward. So hopefully they will reduce that premium and give some of that money back to the monthly beneficiaries. So again, I'll watch that date very closely for you. As I do get more information, of course, I will bring that to you as soon as I get it. All right, let's extend out now a couple days, and that is April 13th, the second Wednesday of the month. You know what that one is, right? For those of you who have a birthday landing anywhere between the 1st and the 10th of the month, your regular Social Security benefits should be arriving that day if you did not receive them on the 3rd of the month. So a lot of time, the distribution of the Social Security benefits are distributed based on when your birthday lands in the month. This, the second Wednesday, the 13th of April, is when they actually do distribute benefits for those people with a birthday between the 1st and the 10th of the month. All right, but you probably already know that. But again, like I said, some of the dates will be obvious here that I'm going through. But again, as long as I'm going through the dates in chronological order, I figured let's just throw them into the mix. All right, now April 15th. This is another very important day that we need to watch closely. This is the day in which the Public Health Emergency Declaration is set to expire. Now, this is going to be another key date that we need to watch very, very closely, because here's the deal. As of right now anyway, they could extend this out further. The administration could do this, and we'll have to see what happens here. But as of right now, the Public Health Emergency Declaration is set to expire April 15th. Now, this has been in place for over 2 years now, from way back in early 2020 when they put it in place. They continue to extend this out. Now, here's why this is an important deadline and why this is an important date we need to watch. First off, for those of you who have been receiving SNAP benefits and the emergency boosted SNAP benefits, well, those have been possible because of the Public Health Emergency Declaration being in place. In the event this is allowed to expire, then guess what? Those emergency SNAP benefits probably won't be coming anymore. So this is a key date. We got to watch this one closely. Now, also, another thing I want to throw out there as well. Now that this Public Health Emergency Declaration has been in place for about, well, over 2 years now, a lot of people drawing on or taking advantage of, or whatever the right way that I should say that is, I'm just saying, those of you on Medicaid, not Medicare, Medicaid. Here's the deal. Since the Public Health Emergency Declaration has been in place, there's been a lot of people that have been taking advantage of Medicaid. Well, as a result of that, they have not necessarily been auditing all of the recipients and who is actually eligible, things like this. However, once the health emergency expires, then they're going to have to go in and start figuring out, okay, who is actually eligible for it here, who needs these benefits, and who needs to be dropped. So, in the event that the Public Health Emergency Declaration is dropped, we may be seeing a lot of people losing Medicaid benefits pretty much immediately. So that's another key thing right there, especially for the low income, taking advantage of those benefits right now. It's something very important. So April 15th, a key date we've got to watch closely as well. A couple really important dates here in this month. All right, so let's move on. A couple more days here. Monday, April 18th. What is that day? Yeah, it's the dreaded tax day. So generally, April 15th is the tax day, but this year, 2022, it is April 18th, and I believe that happens to be a Monday, right? Yeah, it's Monday. Monday, April 18th is tax day. So if you need to file a tax return, or if you do have an outstanding tax liability, make sure that you get that thing in and filed by April 18th. Otherwise, you could be dealing with some pretty steep penalties. So just be aware of that. But again, this is not accounting advice. This is not tax advice. I am not your accountant. I'm simply telling you what you need to be aware of here. But again, everybody's situation is very different. And, examine your situation and maybe talk to a professional. I'm not really sure. Everybody's situation is different. I just want to throw that out there. That is the date where Uncle Sam comes knocking with his hand out, waiting for some money. So just be aware of that. But hopefully you're on the receiving end of that equation and getting some money from that guy, right? The uncle that nobody likes. Anyway, just saying. Anyway, let's keep going on here. Let's move out to April 20th now. This is the third Wednesday of the month. Now, this is the next date in which those of you receiving Social Security benefits would be getting your benefits, provided your birthday lands between the 11th and the 20th of the month, provided you did not receive your benefits earlier in the month on the 3rd, as I already described. So, for those of you having a birthday that lands between the 11th and the 20th of the month, generally your Social Security or regular monthly benefits would be landing in your bank accounts or on your Direct Express card the 3rd Wednesday of the month, which just so happens to be April 20th. So keep an eye on that date as well. But again, another obvious one, but I think I wanted to point it out just because, and so that we're all aware of what's going on. All right, I do have another date here for you. It is April 27th. This is the 4th Wednesday of the month, and this is for those people who have a birthday landing between the 21st and the 31st of the month, and this is when your regular Social Security benefits would typically land in your bank account, on your Direct Express card, wherever you typically receive those benefits. So be aware of that as well. And again, these are just your regular benefits. This is not like a boosted benefit. It's not a bonus benefit. It's not a stimulus check, nothing like that. It's just the regular time that you typically receive your benefits. So again, like I said, a bunch of key dates here in April that we need to watch very closely. Mostly April 11th, April 15th, and I guess April 18th, which would be tax day, like I said. But mostly the key dates that we need to watch here are April 11th and the 15th. I'm going to say those are probably the two most important days that we need to watch. Even though the days that you receive your regular monthly benefits are important, there's not much of a variable there. Here's why. Because you probably receive your benefits on the same day every single month, like clockwork, and you've probably been receiving it on that same day for many, many years now. So there's really no variability, as in you're going to get your benefits. There's not going to be really any changes to your benefits there. Nothing's really going to change with the distribution and those dates. But the 11th and the 15th, like I described, do have some pretty high variability. So that's why we've got to watch those dates very closely, because it could potentially impact your benefits. And for those of you receiving SNAP benefits or Medicaid, again, the 15th may be a key date we've got to watch there very closely. So anyway, as I do get more information, of course, I'll be right back here for you, breaking it all down, helping you out in any way that I possibly can, as that is my commitment to you and this community. I hope this one helps you out. You know, for my, as I do my research and I come across all these different dates, I like to kind of come back in a video and boil it all down for you, just so we have a glimpse into what we should be paying attention to in the following month, right? So again, I hope this one helps you. If you have any questions or anything like that, please leave those down below. I do my best to read as many questions or comments as I can each day, and I do my best to respond to as many each and every day. And if I see the same questions or comments coming up time and time again, I do my best to make a dedicated video about that as well. So just remember, even if I don't respond, I do try to read as many comments as I can down below. And thank you for all the really nice comments. I do see all of your messages and a lot of really, really nice comments. So again, thank you so much. Please remember, I'm here for you in any way that I can. So if you have any suggestions or feedback, anything like that, please let me have it. Give it to me down below. You know, I'm not afraid of constructive criticism. You know, sometimes it's good for everybody. So if there's something that I'm doing you don't like or you do like, whatever, just seriously, let me have it. I'm always here to learn. I'm here to expand. I'm here to do whatever I can to serve you better. So thanks again for watching this. I really do appreciate it. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Feel free to share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other 2,300 plus videos right here on the channel. Enjoy your day. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.